A lot of you on this call, you've got talent, you've got the abilities, you've got everything that it takes to be a champion, but you just haven't connected the why yet. And until you do that, the work that you're going to put into this business is going to be in vain. I mean, I had a whole thing planned of what I was going to train on today, and then it just hit me like, okay, this is the last call in your 20s, and I've been doing network marketing throughout my whole 20s, so it's like, okay, now this is a new decade of now impacting hundreds of million people's lives all around the world. And until we develop as an organization, until we develop that why, and when we say 60 diamonds and we say 12 millionaires, I don't know if we've developed the why yet as to why you need to become a diamond. I don't know why. I don't think we've developed the why you need to become a millionaire. You probably have reasons around you why you should, but I don't know if you've connected it yet. I don't know if you've made that connection yet, because if you have, it's the work that it takes to be successful. You'll do it. The sacrifices that you need to have, you'll do it. But I could just look time and time again. When I look at the leaders, when I look at Edward Hartley, and I'll start with Edward Hartley. I'll start with him. It's a blue diamond, $500,000 ringer. When I look at when he got involved in his business, what was going on in his life at that time? He got involved in his business at the worst time in his life. Lost 60. When we called him the first time, it wasn't the worst time in his life. Things were rocking. That's why he could look at a $1,500 a week check and say, oh, that's cute. Why? Because he was rocking. But the worst time in his life, when he lost $600,000 in business, when he was sleeping on the couch in his home because he was going through some personal things. When he had to move into an apartment with a distributor, and I'll never forget, I came to Atlanta, this was maybe his second or third month in the business, and all the hotels were sold out. It was sold out in Atlanta. There was no hotel, right? I didn't have an assistant back then to make sure I had a hotel when I get there. I appreciate you, Desiree. You don't know how much I do. But I didn't have all of that, right? Guess what? I had to sleep on his couch at that apartment. His dogs are, guys, you're going to have to see, because why all that stuff was going on, he connected organo gold to what was going on and said, okay, this is how I'm going to get from this place to where I am today, where he's a millionaire in this business. This majority of what we're going to talk about in the boot camp and is going to be this. It's going to be the why and then the power of choice. The power of choice to choose for things to be completely different. That's what we did. You talk to Bass Grant. You talk to Bass. Ask him what was going on in his life when he got involved in OG. Ask him what his why was. Why did he become a... See, that's the question. Instead of asking, well, how do I do a CJM, or how do I prospect this person, or how do I do this, or how do I do that? Just ask why. Why did you do it? Ask the person that wrote the book, why did you write this book? You always see it in the beginning, right? The author says, this is why I wrote this book. The why is everything. It's everything. And then when you connect your why to this business and you find a coach, you find a mentor that's willing to go to work for you, go to bat for you, you've got all of the ingredients to become a multimillionaire. It's right here. But it all starts with the reason why. That's what it starts, and that's why I had that moment, because I'm looking, I'm like, man, I had that why. There was a why that drove me, and nobody knew. No, the why, I didn't have to broadcast my why. I didn't broadcast nobody knew. My family knew what my why was, but nobody else. You don't have to tell anybody, hey, this is my why. This is why I'm doing the business. It just has to be inside of you. And there's nothing. We say, be on a case on the first. If you've got a why, if you've got really a compelling reason why you're doing this, a case on the first is easy. Watch this, guys. I'm not saying that life can be tough and you still don't have a why. So you may think to yourself, well, Dave, you don't know what's going on in my life right now. I'm telling you that you can be going through tough times right now and still not have identified the why. Because, see, when you identify the why and you connect you connect this business to your why, and you have a coach and your mentor, some of the decisions that you're making, some of the things that you're doing, you will not do. The only reason why you do it is because you haven't really connected this business to your why, or you have not really developed, really constructed why you're doing this business. It's very fortunate, very, very fortunate that I had my why at 20. That's what you're going to have to do. That is what you're going to have to do. Forget how do I present. The technical things, forget all of that. That is the E. That is the E. How do you do a presentation? You read. That's how you do it. Or the tool that you can actually use to take care of that why. I can go through leader after leader. I look at Damon and Kiana Crump. The reason why he said no initially was because he didn't have a why. He didn't have a reason to be a $250,000 ring earner. He didn't have a reason to make $40,000-$50,000 a month. He didn't have it. What was going on in his life was okay. He was okay with getting by and going after $1,000 bonuses and hitting a $1,000 bonus or a $10,000 bonus and being happy with that because he didn't have a reason why. But when things got to a certain point, he said, man, this is why I've got to do this. Hurricane Katrina, moved into Atlanta. Why did he get involved in network marketing? Because of that situation. He was looking for something that provided freedom and income, worked for 5 years. He had his why the whole time. But then when he connected the right business, he connected that business, connected a coach, a mentor, now you see what's happening in his life, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg. I did a training the other day, and I brought up an emerald, and I said, hey, guys, look at this gentleman. He's got one head, he's got one nose, 2 eyes, 2 feet, 2 hands, just like anybody else in this room. But why is everybody not an emerald? Because that gentleman he's found his why he's doing this business. Guys, I'm telling you, we can train with the best of them. I promise you. We can give you